What's going on, everybody? Coast to Coast Weekly Bet League.
Florida to
as always,
California, baby.
You're in California?
California.
California to Florida. I'm in my island state of mind. On Thursdays, I wear Hawaiian clothes or islands just to, I'm
A
island
rock
state of
throw
mind.
away. Yeah,
What?
very close by. All you have
Yeah,
to do
might
is
as well
jump on a
go.
ferry to the Bahamas.
My wife is on her way back. By the time she gets back, it might be a little dark, but we're thinking about either going to the fair, maybe even go to the beach tomorrow. No school tomorrow. We're off for Veterans Day.
I'm so jealous.
As always, we are sponsored by Garrett Sawyer Racing. Garrett Sawyer Racing 22. He is sponsored by Mountain Valley Restoration. Need new flooring? Call Mountain Valley. Only if you're in the Spokane Valley, because that's the only part that they're in. But that's cool because Garrett is sponsoring us. Hello, Garrett. Send us race gear.
Send us a race gear, baby.
Yes. We are in week 10, but we are here to talk about week 9. Week 9 review recap. So I'm in the process. For some reason, I can't change titles of YouTube or on Riverside until we start, which sucks because I'm in the process of sending the link to the group. Changing titles.
Until it's done.
We just need more than it'd be cool if we finally get big and we're able to split this up and someone behind the scenes
have another person.
Yeah. I did invite 3 other people. No one responded. So cool. Anywho, week 9 recap.
Week 9.
Week 9 looks like this. First time, and I think hopefully the only time you're going to see this. Nobody got the upset right.
Nobody. I thought we got one.
No. I had to swap it because the way that Alex sent his picks, he accidentally put the Bengals plus 2.5 or minus 2.5. And I had to switch it over to a spread because it wasn't actually an upset. But he sends all of his picks. So Saints, he'll say Saints favorite money line and then put the spread after. And then he'll do like Dolphins upset and then put the spread after and then put the Bengals spread. So I'm seeing all 3 spreads. And sometimes I do these at like 1 a.m. when the baby's up. I just kind of mess it up. So we got no upsets.
Not even one.
Not even one. But all favorites.
Mine lost on the last damn play.
Yours lost in the last play. We can revisit that when we recap, but Josh owed me $50. He gave it to me right away, right after texting me saying,
"Pleasure doing business."
Pleasure of doing business, and then CJ Stroud led him down the field for a touchdown. That was awesome. I was driving at the time. I was driving my car. I pulled over as soon as they crossed the 50, and I saw how much time left, and I was like, I had pleasure in all caps, just ready to send as I'm watching the game in the middle of like a highway. I just pulled over. So
that's a very Florida move of you right there.
Yes, Florida people just pull over. Except you saw on the side of like interstates and like major highways. I was like, I pulled off into like it was like a driveway thing. So like 3 parking spots.
You're not on like the 70 or whatever it is.
No, dude. There's people just parked everywhere there.
Yeah, it's wild.
But week 9, we need to talk about all the games. We could talk a little bit about Thursday night football coming tonight.
Why do the Bears keep playing on Thursday?
Why do the Bears keep playing football? That's my question. Yeah. Bears and Panthers is I told Florbell without her knowing this. I am completely free tonight. No football. I just said there's not a game, no football, nothing. I'm just going to let's hang out, babe.
Because the Bears played the Commanders the last time they were on Thursday night.
Yeah, didn't watch.
They killed them. So
maybe the Bears are going to win tonight.
I might take the over.
I'm going to bet my house on the Bears. Betting's legal in Florida again.
Oh.
Yeah.
So are you cooking up a big one for the weekend?
Well, I'm already plus 250, so I'm hot.
Okay.
I figured out that live betting college basketball spreads is the way to go. Like,
Really?
because they're all at minus 115, and like West Virginia will be beating the piss out of Minnesota State University.
They're never coming back.
And it's a minus 22 spread, and they're up 20 at half. So I take the minus 22 spread for 115 and for $10. Boom, hit. Yeah. And I'm getting like $25 out of everyone. I'm like literally winning $15 at a time. So
now you got to put a hundo on it.
Oh, I know. A little scared to do that right now. I literally started with $10 deposit and I'm up to $150.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. We talked about the Titans Pittsburgh the other day. We don't need to talk about that again.
Nope.
If you want to hear us talk about Titans fans, Steelers fans, if there's such things as either one, actually,
the teams aren't very fun to watch, either of them.
Miami. Kansas
Will
City.
Levis is giving some hope, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him in my fantasy league just for the rest of the year. Just ride him out. Like
that's what I was doing as well.
There's not much else left out there, so
yeah.
Miami, Kansas City 21, Miami 14. Kansas City came out on fire, and the first drive looked unstoppable. I texted Josh, Kansas City by 45. Then neither team did anything for a while. Josh,
it was back, very boring.
Kansas City 0.45. And then Kansas City goes up 21-0. I text Josh, Kansas City 45. And then Miami crept back, and I think they just lost in the most fitting Tua in big game fashions by throwing a duck.
The Dolphins can't play good teams.
No, they can't beat good teams. They had every advantage in the world in this. So you've seen the time travel this year. It's a thing in the past. People who go early overseas play better the earlier they get there. And Kansas City came out, and Miami looked like they haven't been there for a week.
Like they landed the day of the game is what it looked like.
Right. I was underwhelmed by Tyreek's revenge game. Kelsey was swift there, didn't do anything.
Hill was arguably the reason they lost.
Yeah, the fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fumble was huge.
With the pitch back for 6, that was awesome, actually.
That was awesome. That was probably the play of the week. Actually, the second play of the week. We'll get to the play of the week. I was more intrigued in Minnesota with no Kirk Cousins in Atlanta, New England and Washington, the Bears and New Orleans game. And
every game except for the one that we thought was going to be good.
Right. And you know what? I think I'm just done hyping up big games and getting hyped for them. And I am just going to start rooting for random games.
Yeah. The Seahawks let me down big time.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I got so much shit to give you on that. Minnesota.
I think the Ravens might be the best team in the league, though.
I don't disagree with that. Minnesota 31, Atlanta 28. Josh Dobbs came out. First of all, Hall looked great. Hall looked fantastic.
He looked awesome. He was slinging it the first 2 drives. I was like, okay, this guy looks pretty solid. Probably should have dove. Probably should have dove at the goal line and not tried to lower the boom. But just my opinion on that one, because he got smoked.
And Dobbs looked great. Dobbs looked like a crazy man at first. And then he came out and led that team to a victory. Dobbs ended up being electric. I was making fun of Dobbs with you as soon as it happened. I didn't realize he took 0 snaps all week. He had 0 throws to his receivers. He literally just moved. They activated him. He dressed. And,
didn't even know their names.
Dobbs was great. Now
that was incredible. And
Vikings fan.
Coach Kevin O'Connell was describing the play to him and what the wide receivers were going to do and the looks that he was going to be looking for and where to look them off and how the play was designed in the huddle.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
And Dobbs was electric. My question to you, Vikings fan Josh Wallen. My question to you is, do you want Jaren Hall starting or do you want Josh Dobbs starting this week?
You have to give it to Dobbs, simply because the dude won over the locker room. I mean, there's like no question about it. Right? I would rather see Hall personally, because I think he offers more long term. But if this team is still in the hunt to win the division, so you can't really. You have to play who's hot right now, and you have to give it to Dobbs. I mean, if you come in and you don't even know how to the playbook, you don't even know anybody's names, and you play like that, rest of the way probably.
And they're 2 games out of the division, and the playoffs they are still the 7th seed. Yes, one game out of the 5th seed. And now they are standalone 7th seed. The Vikings literally they control their own destiny to win the division, and they control their own destiny to make the playoffs. Because if they can win the division,
they beat a lot of the teams that are going to be there. Like this game for the Saints this week is huge.
Yeah, if they beat the Saints, I think they lock that 7th seed because they all they got to do is tie the Saints and Falcons and they're in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then if you just stay within 2 of the Lions, anything can happen. You have 2 and 3 weeks at the end of the season. Those are going to be big ones.
Well, I'm excited for you because what looked like a season over,
more than once over.
Yeah, turned out to be season is in good shape. So
who do we give credit to? It's Kevin O'Connell, right? I mean, he's figured something out.
Well, Dobbs too has made in the defense. Dobbs in the defense too. Dobbs made plays.
Yes.
Dobbs made plays.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were on the ground. 66 rush yards. He was the rushing leader in this game.
Yeah. He was.
And then the defense did enough. I know Heineke had some Heineke magic, but Dobbs put them in very shitty situations, and that offense did to where they held their own enough to make it, keep them in the game. 28 points is a lot of points to give up, but at the same time, it's like, well, did you see what you had? This is like you had to watch.
There was a safety. Yeah, there were so many things to it.
Right.
There's fumble.
Because looking at the the team stats, I mean, they did have 370 yards. So I guess they did give up a lot of yards, but like, I don't know. The game flow was just a weird game flow, and Dobbs sealed it at the end.
Yeah, well, he came in and they was struggled the first, I think, like 4 drives they had, or maybe 3 of them with him. Right. And it was it was safety, turnover, I think 3 and out, and then they figured it out, which is completely expected when you don't know anybody what anything is. So
right. Browns 27, Cardinals 0. I think it's everything that we expected. Well, Dobbs is the only reason why they were in games. The Browns defense it was Clayton Tune. Arizona Cardinals. So let's just skip the recap of this game and let's talk about Arizona Cardinals schedule coming up. Because Kyler's back. They play the Falcons, Texans, Rams. 3 winnable games. Is Kyler enough to win 2 out of 3 at least?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Kyler's not. Dobbs, I think he's better than Dobbs, but he's not. Kyler's
I think the only team the Cardinals can beat are the Bears.
Kyler is playing for his job right now.
He hasn't played in a while.
Right, and he's playing for his job to either stay with the Cardinals or to have enough value to go be a starter somewhere else.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And
I'm going to treat him like a poor man's Russell Wilson.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not. I think he's going to be worse than Russ. The only difference, both are toxic.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they gave a couple years ago, or last year, maybe 2 years ago, they gave him empty play film, and they said
he didn't watch it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, you're getting paid so much money.
Is there a franchise that would want Kyler next year if the Cardinals get the number 1 pick?
Ooh.
Maybe Giants. If it depends.
They
on
have a
Joe
big
Thomas.
contract though, yeah, to deal
But
with.
he tore his ACL, so he's gonna be
Falcons, maybe.
Yeah,
could be one.
I doubt he would go to LA Rams.
Yeah,
I don't
know. Probably nowhere. Maybe,
no,
but they're gonna have a high
maybe
pick.
Yeah, they might get Drake May. New York Jets, if Rodgers is gonna come back. I don't know, because trade deadline's done. I mean, if I'm the Cardinals and you have the number 1 pick, why are you bringing back Kyler anyway?
No, you're not.
They are. He's coming back this week.
No, I mean, like, he wouldn't bring him back.
Yeah, but what if he's good enough to win some of these games that either the Panthers or Bears aren't good enough to win?
Yeah.
That's a questionable move on me. You're bringing back
I think the coach in
Arizona's terrible.
Yeah. Gannon?
Yeah.
Another sleeper of the game.
Maybe the Raiders. The Raiders would bring in Kyler.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll get to the Raiders in a minute. I'm excited about the Raiders, except there's some laughable things I want to talk about too. But the next sleeper of a game, I got text from Packers fans. They beat the Rams with Brett Ripien. Congratulations, Packers fans.
Yeah, nice. The Rams are not good without Stafford.
Your 3 wins. Your 3 wins are against the Rams with Brett Ripien, the Bears, who have the worst offense or worst defense known to mankind ever, and you knocked out Derek Carr and had to come back in the 4th quarter against Jameis Winston and the Saints. So, still no high hopes there. I guess a win is a win in the NFL, but I think that
it wasn't pretty.
No, they beat them 20-3, and the Rams had 0 offense.
Yeah,
the Rams.
They wouldn't have. I don't think they win if Stafford plays. To be completely honest,
the Rams had 187 total yards. 119. The Packers had 391 yards and only scored 20 points against a team that had 187.
Yeah, there's some bigger problems the Packers have than just Jordan Love.
Because he looked decent.
Yeah, they can't seem to figure it out.
Hey. Guy's barking.
I'm gonna have to turn. I can't turn it off. Your echo can.
Hold on. Let me.
You're good. Take care of it. They just didn't look good. But Jordan Love looked all right. 20 for 26, 228 yards, 1 touchdown. But I'm not giving him his props yet. He had 1 good game, and they were terrible. They beat a very terrible team. Sam Howell, again, looking great against New England. They threw for 325 yards. Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders beat the Patriots 20-17.
He is that dude.
He is. And my biggest takeaway from this is that Bill Belichick is, if they don't win in Germany, they're going to leave him in Germany.
They should.
If they don't beat the Colts are from the sounds of it, the Patriots and Robert Kraft are going to move on from Belichick.
They need to. He's been left in the dust.
Yeah. My next thing is, could we see Bill Belichick go and coach Washington? Or are they going to bring up the enemy?
I don't know, but why would they want him to?
7. I mean, he's got 8 rings overall as a defensive coordinator and a head coach. I mean, he's got the resume to coach anywhere he wants if anyone wanted him.
Yeah, it's true.
But I don't know. I think his time has just passed.
I agree. I think sometimes you just got to ride out into the sunset and count your
Look,
millions.
I think even Bruce Arians knew his time was past. Andy Reid has probably the best quarterback of all time on his team, but he's like the only old coach we're seeing have success. Pete Carroll too. I like Pete Carroll's the swag that he brings to a team, but
Yeah. Those are your two ones, and I think let's be real. Andy Reid, as soon as if Mahomes is gone, that team's going to be real bad.
yeah. Chicago Bears, New Orleans Saints. I had fun with this. It was. I think the best part about this game is the Bears had 5 turnovers, Saints had 0, and the Saints couldn't put the Bears away.
Really? I couldn't watch it, but
yeah, 5 turnovers. So the let's see here. Bagent threw 3 interceptions. I think he had 5 turnovers. I think he fumbled twice too. Fumbles. Bagent had 1, and then DJ Moore lost 1. So he had 4 turnovers and Moore fumbled. So 5 total turnovers, and the Saints couldn't put him away. Saints, I think that puts you in good faith against the Saints next week.
Yeah.
I just think they're frauds playing bad teams. I saw a tweet, the quarterbacks that they have left. Let me pull this up real quick.
The Saints to play?
Yes. It was the quarterbacks they have left. Josh Dobbs, Taylor Heineke or Desmond Ridder, Goff, who's good, Bryce Young, Tommy DeVito, Matt Stafford if he's back, Baker Mayfield, Taylor Heineke, Desmond Ridder. So
those are all winnable.
All winnable. So Vikings got to play good football down the stretch.
Yeah.
You ready?
It's going to be tight.
You ready for me to tell you why that I can crown the Lions over Seattle?
Yeah. Well, not really. They both sucked against the Ravens.
Baltimore 37, Saints 3. Listen to these stats real quick. And let me tell you why. I have it. I screenshotted them so we can talk about it. I just don't know where they're at. They're not that far back. The Ravens completely dominated. I agree with you. You said this earlier. Ravens got to be the best team in NFL.
It was almost the exact same score against the Lions.
Yes, the Lions. It was 37-3 against the the Seahawks. It was. Oh, I skipped the score. I think it was 30-something to 6.
38-6, yeah.
38-6. Okay. Listen to how bad the Ravens dominated the Seahawks. First downs.
They killed them.
29-6 in first downs.
Wow.
Total yards, 515 for the Ravens, only 151 for the Seahawks. The Seahawks had more drives than the Ravens. Yards per play, 6.9 for the Ravens, 3.2 for the Seahawks. Rushing, 298 yards for the Ravens, 28 for the Seahawks. Time of possession, 40 minutes for the Ravens, 40 minutes and 4 seconds, 19 minutes and 56 seconds for the Seahawks. Completely dominated. Now, Lions had, and the Seahawks had 180 some odd yards. Lions had 337 yards against the Ravens. They had the same number of drives, 253 passing, 84 rushing, and the time of possession, the Lions had not even 1 minute, not even a full minute. It was like 40 some odd seconds less. The Lions played decent.
It's all about the results. It don't even matter. They both lost the exact same. That's
Lions,
almost more embarrassing that you play that well and lose the exact same score almost.
Yeah, but sometimes shit happens, man. Like shit happens in the red zone.
Nope.
Bad penalties.
Can't even give it to him on that. You're 5 of 16 on third downs for the Lions. You shot yourself in the foot. You can't win a game like that.
They looked way better than the Seahawks looked in their loss.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, but I think I don't know who anybody's going to beat the Ravens right now.
Who had the better loss? The Lions or the Seahawks?
Neither. They're both the worst losses.
Who looked better in their loss?
Neither of them. They're 38-6 and 38-7-3. No one looked good. You can't give it to either of them. They both got smoked.
If the Lions play the Seahawks in the playoffs, I'm taking the Lions minus 13.5 spread.
13.5? They might not even score 13.5 points.
Well, they will. Ravens just scored 37 on them with ease.
There you go. And they scored 38, so it's going to be a 38-37 game.
I'm taking minus 13.5 spread. Lions are that much better than the Seahawks.
I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they're that much better. I can't say it. Here's who the Lions have lost to.
Seahawks.
The Seahawks.
That was early in the year.
In a 37-31 game.
The thing is, the first 2 weeks.
Then the Lions proceeded to beat the Falcons, Packers, Panthers, Bucks before losing to the Ravens.
Who did the Seahawks beat?
Exactly. So it's like, it's not good.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll take this. I'll take you head-to-head handshake bet. Just
Seahawks
like you did.
Lose to the Rams. Then they beat the Lions, beat the Panthers, beat the Giants, lose to the Bengals, beat the Cardinals, beat the Browns.
They beat worse teams than the Seahawks.
That's the exact same caliber. And then beat the Browns. So
I'm taking in a playoff game. Listen, the first 4 weeks don't matter. Look at Burrow now versus what that week started. The first 4 weeks in NFL are a joke. I'm taking Lions over Seahawks by 13.5 if they meet in a meaningful game.
13.5. I will take 13.5 all day. There's no fucking way.
And I will handshake you just like I handshook the Houston Texans to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was like clockwork that they beat them.
You can't even say clockwork. 2-point game. They scored what, 80, almost 80 points.
CJ Stroud, 470 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Yeah. Wild.
Just like Mahomes having 13 seconds left on the clock against the Bills in the playoffs, you can't leave any time on the clock for CJ Stroud.
You can't. He's good.
Baker Mayfield looked great. I got another one for you.
Can't even be mad at either because he played really well. Not really well, but he played well for Baker.
I have another great one for you. I'm gonna give you 2 resumes. I'm gonna give you 2 resumes, and I want you to pick which quarterback you want on these 2 resumes. I just got to get to this BR betting site so I can find it real quick.
All right, deal.
If I can find it, because this is gonna blow. This blew my mind. Hold on. This bad bod. I should have had it ready. It was outstanding. So, but yeah. Anyway, Texans looked great. The Bucs offense looked great. Here it is. You ready? This is through the first 80 games for these 2 quarterbacks.
80, holy hell.
The first one is 61.6 completion, 235 yards per game, a 1.5 touchdowns to intersect, 1.5 touchdowns per game, 0.9 interceptions per game, and an 87.8 rating. That's your first quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Your second one, slightly better completion, 61.9%, so 0.3 better.
Yeah, the exact same.
213.2 yards per game, so 20 yards less per game. 1.4 touchdowns per game, so 0.1 worse. 0.1 interception better, it's 0.8 per game. and a slightly worse rating, 85.9 per game. Which quarterback would you want, one or two?
Oh, I mean, of course you would.
That's
Oh,
Baker
gosh.
Mayfield through his first 80 games. The second quarterback is Tom Brady through his first 80 games.
About the exact same.
Baker Mayfield slander needs to stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it not that? I mean, he's not bad. He's just
No.
not going to go out there and take over a game, which
Brady takes
hard-
over games.
I mean, you hardly ever saw him do it statistically, like take over a game.
But
His team always was in a spot to win the game.
yeah,
That was the part, like your coaching is clearly everything was intertwined there pretty well with him, and I guess, like, what do you want to say, the ability to control the offense a bit more,
right. And
because no one's given
yeah,
Baker the chance to be like, okay, you're making all the calls on the line.
here's the thing: we look at Brady whenever Brady was Brady, and we look at Baker and what he's got today. 235 yards a game, and like a 2-to-1. You can say 2-to-1 if you round up, or 1.5 to 1 interception ratio is not in today's game is not sustainable
No,
with the quarterbacks we got. So
well, just the
Brady-
gameplay. The quarterbacks, like, they aren't super great quarterbacks, but you got to throw it 40 times a game.
yeah, and it's changed from back then. The smash mouth,
Because
run,
everything's a penalty on defense.
right.
If someone
So-
gets the illegal touching, that penalty has got to go. That's the lamest shit ever. It's stupid.
The one where the receiver goes out of bounds and comes back in.
No, where if the wide receiver runs into the cornerback and he tries to make a cut, it's all of a sudden illegal touching.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the lamest shit ever. Like, I just don't understand it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
There's too many flags on defense. It's like, oh, there it is. Someone's getting a call. First down.
And the way the game's changed, Brady's stats wouldn't be impressive now. Do you think if Brady, instead of going through the 2000s, if he started 4 seasons ago with Baker Mayfield, same coach, do you think that they win as many Super Bowls in today's game?
Probably not. The game, the style is different.
I mean, edge rushers are faster. The game's just quicker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see
All the way
almost
around.
every, there's always a record being broken for offensive performances. It's just an offensive game.
Yeah.
It's you don't see too many. Well, we've seen one. Was it Khalil Mack had like 7 sacks or 6 sacks in a game?
And he's like 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need I think the problem is, like, offensive penalties just aren't the same as a defensive penalty, and that's it's like holding is 10 yards. Okay, cool, but holding on defense is an automatic first down. I think holding should be a loss of downs plus the 10 yards.
And the Patriots Washington game, the guy made a sack on Mac Jones, a routine wrap-up sack. They called him for roughing the passer. Wrapped him up and just went down
roughing
with
the
him.
passer is the lamest shit ever half the time. There's just, it's so soft. There's like the helmets collided. The dude's 300 pounds. What is he supposed to just stop on a dime?
Right.
No way. There's no shot. Like, yeah, they're athletic, but that's a lot of mass.
The game I think I cared about the least this week, Carolina and Indy.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was 27-13. Just when we thought Bryce Young was back after beating.
No, just like he had arrived. He was never here, so he couldn't be back.
Yeah. He 24-39, 173 yards, 3 interceptions. 2 of them were pick sixes, and one was like 40 seconds left in the half with no chance of scoring. You just can't. That's just a rookie mistake that you don't want your number 1 pick making.
2 pick
Number
sixes.
1 pick. And the one that's 40 seconds before half.
Yeah,
was
that's
such
a
bad
killer.
Yeah. That's the only thing I really saw from that game was those 2 pick sixes. So I can't speak much on that.
Played Indy's defense too. That was a great call in fantasy.
Yeah. Oh, the guy I played against. I got beat by Indy's defense. So
I love that. I love when the defense is that's just so funny. When the defense comes up clutch, it just pisses everybody off.
my favorite game of the week: Raiders 30, Giants 6. And the only reason why it was my favorite because that coach came in, the new coach, Antonio Pierce came in.
He's that dude.
Pumped me up, and the team was all for it. Tommy DeVito, still Tommy DeVito.
I thought when I saw DeVito, I was like, Danny DeVito's playing quarterback because it wasn't much better than what he would have done out there.
The team had swag. Devontae Adams didn't do much, and he was pumped. 4 for 34, and he was stoked for his team.
Well, see what they did is Josh Jacobs. He's your dude, right? Like I said, 26 carries. It wasn't. Football. Yeah, he was averaging 5 yards carry almost. Right. You're gonna lose if you do that. You're gonna win football games pretty easily.
My thing is though, you beat the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants aren't very good.
We're celebrating with cigars in the locker room after.
They just wanted Josh McDaniels out of there.
Yeah, I think that's most of it. And I don't want to hate on it. But like,
it's not a great look.
No, that's something you do after you beat, like, you come back and you beat Dallas or the Eagles or the Bills, the Bengals, something like that.
I don't even think we can put the Bills in that category anymore, but continue.
Yeah, but they're better than the Giants.
No, they're way better. Yeah, well, the Giants are possible. They might be the worst team in the league now.
With no Danny Dimes and no Tyrod Taylor,
Yeah, you know what? I think they should have week before the Super Bowl should be the relegation bowl, and it should be the Giants Bears.
Down to the XFL.
The winner gets the number 1 pick, not the loser. You got to win it to get the number 1 pick.
I'm for it.
That'd be awesome to watch. The worst 2 teams in the league.
Or there's plenty of athletes have a relegation system with the XFL. Loser goes to XFL.
Yeah, because some of these teams are just poverty. Like,
yeah,
it's so bad.
One thing we didn't touch on, which I want to touch on with New York, Carson Wentz signed with the Rams. That's kind of exciting.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Better than Brett Ripien.
It's definitely better
Why doesn't New York sign a quarterback?
Who are they going to sign?
Sorry, New York, not Dallas. Let's look at quarterback free agents.
We got Matt Ryan. He ain't coming off out of the commentary.
Better than DeVito. Josh Johnson. Andy Dalton.
Nick Dalton. Foles. That's surprising that Andy Dalton hasn't been picked up.
Jacoby Brissett.
The Red Rifle.
Joe Flacco.
Jacoby Brissett would be way better than DeVito.
Case Keenum. Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Matt Barkley is signed there. There's quarterbacks.
I'm surprised a team didn't make a move for Walker at the trade deadline that needed a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because he's looked not horrible in Cleveland. He's looked serviceable as a backup.
What about the dude that's up in Canada that's good? He was supposed to be coming out of college pretty good. He's won like back-to-back Canada championships. But got arrested before the draft or some shit, and they kind of like Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield. It's Chad Kelly, I think.
Is it Zach Carlos?
No, Chad Kelly.
Oh, from Ole Miss.
Yes.
Toronto Argonauts.
He's good, and they said he'll come play in the NFL anytime someone gives him a call.
I'm surprised no one has called him.
I don't think New York would. I think New York's one of those staple franchises that are like so old school that they don't,
You know who should be calling him? Is the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to that, but Zach Wilson is how is he still even? You want to skip the the two good games of the week?
We'll come right back to him.
'Kay.
That was the worst Monday Night Football game, I think.
The Jets, Zach Wilson, I don't know how I would have cut him. I would have cut him.
Here's how bad that football game was. And this is not a knock to the WWE, but I watched a full episode of Monday Night Raw. And I keep up with it. The WWE, I like it to an extent. I keep up with what's going on so I can watch the pay-per-views because the pay-per-views always have old school guys coming back. Like Bad Bunny wrestled one time and he was really good. Hell, Logan Paul just won a championship and he was outstanding.
Yeah, he is really good at that. Like that's his calling in life.
But to watch a full episode of Monday Night Raw over Monday Night Football because
you had
the Jets
to.
were that bad.
I turned it off.
Yeah.
Because it was Zach Wilson he needs to be gone. He's not even a backup quarterback.
No. Zach Wilson.
You're telling me that there's no one better in the CFL than Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson's a marketing agent. No.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson's a salesman. He's a con.
Yeah, he's con artist.
One throw put him in this situation.
In a pro day, yeah.
Eagles 28, Cowboys 23. My takeaway from
that was a
this
great game.
Yes, and Eagles need to quit messing around at the end of games.
Yes. The Cowboys should have won that game.
And I feel like every week, the Eagles are losing or close to losing games at the end of the game.
Yep.
Are
they the Vikings of last year? They're gonna win all these one-score games and then get upset?
They could be. Like, let's look at this. Patriots had a chance to win week 1 in the final 2 minutes. Vikings had a chance.
Yep.
To win.
Bucks, yeah.
Bucks, no. Commanders, they went to overtime that game.
Yep.
Rams, no. Jets did win that. Jets did win late game. Dolphins, it was a 7-point game, and the Dolphins threw a pick.
Can't win against good teams.
Yeah, they can't win against good teams, but they threw a pick in the red zone almost.
Yeah.
Commanders had a chance to win.
Again.
And the Cowboys had a chance to win. The Eagles are winning all these close games. I just think overall they're better than that Vikings team last year.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
And I don't hear this very often. And this is not a knock on AJ Brown. Is it time to start talking as AJ Brown's the best receiver in the league? Not one of the best, the best.
Man, he's close. I mean, he's definitely top 3 right now.
Right, but
I think the top of it is so just like each week it's interchangeable.
Except
is he playing the best? Is he playing the best right now? Yeah.
He's had how many straight 125-yard games?
He's also the only one getting the ball.
I mean,
that's what happens when you have your best friend as a quarterback.
I mean, but why give the ball to anybody else when you're catching 125 yards per game?
Yeah. He's going
to be the receiving leader this year because
32 more targets than the next guy on the team. He's got 100 targets this year almost. That's a lot. That's crazy.
But why not throw him the ball when you're like Jamar Chase? You're 24/7.
Yeah, exactly.
You're 7-11. You're always open. I think it's time to crown him the best receiver in the league this year.
So far, absolutely.
I don't know. That's just I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna leave that out on the table for y'all to discuss. The last game, Burrow doing what he does best, beating Josh Allen, shaking hands after the game. He called him in one handshake. Called him a pal, a buddy, a bud, and a man.
Yeah.
He just alphaed him. He alphaed him on the field.
He's back.
T. Higgins is back.
Yep.
The coolest thing about this game was Josh Allen's photo of him pointing at the Bengals defender's face whenever he got flagged for it. But just a simple little point. It was a cold ass photo. That was a cool photo.
So lame that is a 15-yard penalty. Again, what is with the flags in the NFL? Like, why is everything a flag?
everything. It's a no fun league. All over
Yeah.
again.
Like the running backs that lower their helmets and get fined $40,000. What are we doing?
That's $40,000 is almost my salary as a teacher.
That's Warren's whole game check, and he's been fined it like 8 times this year. I know he's probably broke.
He's playing for free right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the team is probably covering it so that he doesn't go broke.
There's 2 teams in the NFL right now you don't want to play.
The Bengals are at the very top of that list.
And Ravens.
Yes.
Bengals and
When do
Ravens.
they play? Because that game's going to be awesome.
Late. They play late.
No, they play in 2 weeks on Thursday.
What is 2 weeks? Oh, is it Thursday?
The
game?
16th. Yeah. And
That's
then
week 12, right?
yeah,
Let's
because
go.
they played early in the season and 27-24 Ravens, so it's close even when they sucked.
What day is that?
It's the 16th. It's in Baltimore.
Ah, damn it! I have a baby. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm in California, so that's far.
I am off, but like I'm off. That's my Christmas break.
Oh, that's
In
nice.
2 weeks? Oh no! I'm thinking December.
Yeah, no, December will be.
Well, I'm still off. Oh, they play the 16th.
Yeah.
No, that's
shouldn't be.
that's next Thursday. That's in 1 week.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said 2 weeks.
Oh,
2
sorry,
NFL weeks.
I meant yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Damn.
It's gonna be a
Alright.
good game. On Thursday though, like why did they have to put these good games? Like, why are the Chiefs Dolphins playing in Germany?
I will stay up for that because I just have to live a Friday, and then I have a week break. So
That's nice. That's a win.
yeah, I will stay up for that game. That's it. That's all the games. It wasn't that exciting of a slate, but we had some really good games.
There were
week
standouts
sucked.
that were shockers.
Right.
Like, I didn't think the Vikings Falcons game was going to be exciting at all, and at one point I was going to turn it off.
Yeah. You texted me
because-
said I'm so done with the Vikings.
Yeah, this shit was hard to watch. When Josh Dobbs came in and immediately got a safety and then fumbled, I was like, I'm doing a workout. I'm just gonna start yet. But there were great ones. That one, the Bucks Texans, that game was pretty good.
That was the best game of the season.
It was. Yeah, it was awesome.
Now, we got some sneaky sleepers, I think.
This week?
Hope that, and I'm going to say San Francisco, Jacksonville is going to be good, but at the same time, all these good teams playing each other is bad.
Here's a fun one. It'll be, I guarantee it, Seahawks Commanders will be interesting. Who knows why?
Tampa, Tennessee, I think could be interesting.
Texans, Bengals.
Bengals by 14.
Ravens, Browns will be.
It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think it's just going to be, I think that game's going to be.
Hey, you have the same exact mount as I have.
Yeah, mine is Marietta City Schools.
Oh, Mercury.
Cool. The things you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sleepers though. Detroit Chargers might be fine.
Yeah, could be.
But
what depends what Chargers team shows up.
Yeah. Any picks right now that you see you might take in this? I think Bengals.
I'd
Bengals
take
money line.
Vikings +3.
Vikings +3 against their home against New Orleans.
Yeah.
I think that the Bengals seems like a safe pick.
I probably might take the Jets -1.
Jets. Please don't. Actually, do what you want. All right, let's end it with some games.
I'm gonna do an entire slate parlay.
I do it every week.
Are you ready for it?
Yep.
Going Panthers, Vikings, Patriots, Bengals, Steelers, Titans, Browns, Jags, Falcons, Lions, Cowboys, Seahawks, Raiders, Bills.
How much you putting on that?
$2.
Dude, can you sports bet in California?
Yeah.
I can in Florida now. Hard Rock, baby. All right, Weddle. I think we do a good job of picking players that stood out to us this week, and There's one player. Oh,
Dude, Tank Dell.
Tank Dell. You know he has as many yards as D Hop and Andre Johnson in so many games as a rookie with the Texans right now.
He's been playing great.
Yeah, we have a wide receiver in the NFC.
He's taller.
and
He's older.
Taller.
Is it your boy, AJ?
It is not AJ Brown, but he's 6'1".
It's older too.
NFC West. I mean, could this be a Cooper Kupp's numbers too low? Could this be
Is it a Adam Thielen?
Adam Thielen.
What's his number though?
19 lower.
Hmm.
I said it's NFC South. Not Drake London. Is this Mike Evans?
Oh, it could be.
Is he? I think he's taller than 6'1" though. Yeah. Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin.
Yep. 14. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. The hard one.
Hmm.
I was gonna say Josh Dobbs, but he's not even on here.
Oh God. Do it.
Okay, this is defense or kicker. Short, high
About
number.
6'1" probably.
Yeah.
6'1", 6'2".
Let's go cornerback. Big play Slay.
Big play Slay. Okay.
Oh
wow.
Okay, so Philadelphia corner. Is this Bradbury?
Bradbury?
Boom.
Nice.
I mean, we were just on fire. We were just on fire. And last but not least, I haven't even looked at it. I haven't even played it for a minute. But we got to do the immaculate grid. 5,000 career rush yards. Do you want to go Eddie George or do you want to go Derrick Henry?
What are the other options here we got? It doesn't matter. Either one. I said.
Yeah, they have both. I think Eddie George maybe played for the Ravens too. San Francisco. Calf.
Frank?
Wait. No. Frank Gorgo's right here, baby.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Good call.
Boom.
And then we can go Calf here. Whoa. Oh, because he had to say Metcalf. Whoa. Do I not know how to spell his name? Oh, there's two C's. Bears 500.
Walter.
Walter Payton. Here we go. This one's easy. The worst quarterback in the league. Both sides, a couple.
He's atrocious.
Yeah.
So bad. I would say no, not Kareem Jackson. He didn't play on the Titans.
Why? And then why does it just all of a sudden just get so? Oh, I mean, we could do Chase Claypool.
Oh, yep. Bears Broncos. Was that a
Broncos.
Was that Forte?
I don't know, but I think Brandon Marshall.
Oh yeah, yep. That's a better one.
Sure. Oh my God, there's two of them. It's this one, right? Okay. Whoa. Why is Jamar Chase trending on Twitter?
Is he hurt?
Higgins. Chase and T. Higgins both have arrived at practice. Chase has a jersey. Higgins does not.
What?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay.
We have Titans, Broncos, 49ers, Broncos. There's got to be an old school 49ers, Broncos dude that has to be on here. Just like an old school guy. Right?
Where'd Montana play? Played Niners the whole time?
I think so. Did Brandon Lloyd play for the Broncos?
That's not even it's not ringing a bell on who that is.
He was, oh my God, Brandon, you got to go look at Brandon Lloyd highlights after this.
Is he a human joystick?
I think he played for the Broncos. Yeah, watch Brandon Lloyd highlight. Just watch one video.
Just one video.
I think he did. Played for 11 years. He did.
Okay.
Titans Broncos. For an immaculate grid.
Titans Broncos. Trying to think who's on their team right now.
Did Simmons? Jeffrey Simmons? The big D end?
That sounds like it could be.
Not this Jeffrey Simmons. Okay, hold on. He's the big D end. Justin Simmons. No?
Jeffrey
Why do I
Simmons
thought-
is the guy that you're thinking about. He's just a big D tackle.
But
He's
he's
right
only this only shows him for 4 years, and this guy's old. The guy I'm thinking about is older than 4 years. Who's the D tackle I'm thinking of?
That's who it is Jeffrey.
Well, then it's not him because that's only 4 years. He's that young?
He's 26.
Wow. Why did I feel like he's been there forever? Who's the big guy for the Titans I'm thinking of then? The D end.
Big guy, D end.
And I gotta look him up. Titans defensive line.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I was thinking of Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
I don't know. We're just probably have to guess somebody at this point.
I want to go with a safety. I feel like
I was just thinking that too, but who's the safety?
Justin Simmons. Yeah.
I don't think he played for the Titans.
I'm just thinking Kareem, but there's no way.
That's who Squawg said he loved. Let's just go Kareem Jackson.
I don't think so, but
I mean, 13 years, we have a shot at it. No.
damn.
Eric Decker.
Yeah, no, wouldn't have got that.
Yeah. Smoking
well.
Jay Cutler. All right. Well, we did it. Another podcast in the books. Don't forget, we are going to go live Saturday, everybody. Maybe Sunday. No, we have to go live Saturday. We have a morning game Sunday. So we will go live Saturday with picks and previews. Right now it's just I don't know who to pick. So this is a tough week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit there and think about it a little bit. Go for a run and ponder.
Yeah, take the picks with you.
I might take the under with the Jets and Raiders.
I don't hate it.
I don't think there's gonna be a lot of points in that game.
Raiders just have so much swag right now. It's so hard to like. A lot of these picks are on vibes, man. Like
Yeah, they are.
I think that's one thing I kind of got away with last year is sticking with. I'm just going with like who's vibing and who's not vibing.
My strategy is I look at it once, I go through it, I go, yep, these are my picks, and I just send them.
Yeah, I don't want to
Gut
touch
instinct.
the game tonight.
The hell no.
Yeah, Squawk sent his picks. I can't say. I'm not gonna share them out loud.
Yeah, 100% got the over. What is the line
he
tonight?
does not have tonight. The line tonight, I'll have to check. It's taking a second to load. I'm not gonna watch. If you catch me watching a second of this game, you are in charge of this game of recapping on Sunday. On Saturday.
Deal. Tonight's game? I might, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to watch.
Over 38.5. Over 38.5. All right. That's it from us. Thank y'all. We'll see you guys Saturday morning. Remember to like and subscribe. Follow us on Spotify. Listen to us. Download it. Do what you got to do. Yeah, it takes you 2 seconds. Help us out. Show us some love. We appreciate
All right,
it.
My 14 pick parlay is a plus 870,000. 887,000. For $2, we'll pay 18,000.
Let's go. I usually do $1. So, all right. See you guys later. Thank you so much.